Once someone serves time in jail, transitioning back into society has its challenges. Lawndale Christian Legal Center has teamed up with the Bail Project to help the formerly incarcerated find a job, housing, and more in an effort to break that cycle of reoffending. I talked to the program's executive director, Cliff Nellis, to find out more.
We are a community-based violence prevention center that provides free lawyers and wraparound supports for people who are pending, who have cases in Cook County. Our goal is to break the cycle of arrest and incarceration.
So you partnered up with the Bail Project. What is that entailing, and what is the partnership doing?
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago, we formed a partnership with the Bail Project, who previously had been posting bond for people going through Cook County, and we formed a partnership to deliver what we call community release with support. And so these are social support services, mental health, housing, employment for people that are going through the Circuit Court of Cook County, but they're out of custody pending trial. And that's a $2.9 million partnership with the Bail Project. How
do you know what people need? Because I imagine every case is very different.
Yeah, so we've been in the jail now, physically in the basement of 26 in California since April of this year. We've interviewed about 3,500 people, and so we've listened. And most of them have identified about 4.5 social needs, and they range from employment to housing to mental health, getting back into school, mentoring, you know, the things that you would expect.
You got to have some pretty awesome success stories.
Yeah, it's been, you know, people who have stresses in their life, once you alleviate those stressors and put them in positions to succeed, well, they succeed.
Yeah. Well, and I imagine, you know, you hear about people who end up incarcerated. It's usually could be because of a drug or an alcohol problem. How do you get those folks? Because sometimes those folks don't want help. How do you get them the help they need?
You know, this was actually one of the biggest surprises for us, what we call the voluntary pickup rate, because it's not court ordered, it's not forced. And we've had almost 100% of people say, yes, I'd like support. Now, one of the things we do offer is text reminders for court dates, as well as we have a budget to actually provide them transportation to court. So I think, you know, everybody's recognizing the value of the services that we provide. And in addition to that, now they can address some of the things that maybe have been unaddressed in their life for a while.
So does everybody go through you, or is it certain people, and how do they find you guys?
Yeah, so we're actually literally located in the basement of 26 California 5 days a week.
Okay.
So we're interviewing everybody that's going up to bond court 5 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's next for you guys?
So we have a $18 million transitional housing workforce development center that we're building at 1441 South Keeler. There will be 20 units of dormitory style housing for young men that either have a case or a closed case in Cook County. And the goal there is to provide intensive social support services, mental health treatment, mentoring, sort of justice practices, but then connect them to employment, particularly with the trades and unions.
So is that a stop on their way to another life, or do they live there for a long term? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're expecting them to live there about 1 to 3 years, depending upon where they're at in their ability to live independently.
For people who are not, you know, immersed in this, talk about the need for this type of service out there.
Well, I think everybody in Chicago has, you know, been watching the news and knows, you know, that crime is a problem, and public safety is not something people are feeling these days. What we've learned over the last 14 years is that when you concentrate resources in the local community that's easily accessible by people who are from that community and then are very relatable, then the chances of them reoffending or being rearrested go down substantially.
Yeah, I think a lot of people now understand gone are the days of lock them up and throw away the key. You can't fix the problem that way.
Absolutely. It's proven not to work.
The Lawndale Christian Legal Center says 96% of their clients attend their court dates with no problem after starting the program. They're in North Lawndale and then expanded their legal services to Austin, Little Village, Englewood, and East Garfield Park. If you would like more information about how you can support or receive services, visit the website at lclc.net or call the number right there on your screen.